Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to do a faded eyebrow look. If you're interested in seeing this video, then keep on watching because I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks. Now before we get started, I do want to share a YouTube channel with you guys. So ᴅ_black the official is a gaming website. Please check him out if you're interested in gaming, or if you guys know anyone who is interested in gaming, then make sure you guys share or let people know about ᴅ_black the official because he is amazing at his edits and his thumbnails are seriously the best. So make sure to check him out. And without further ado, let's get started with the eyebrows. Alright, so first, before we start, let's talk about the products that I'm going to use today. So for eyebrows, I like to use Anastasia's Dip Pomade. I do want to say that the quality of the eyebrow product that you're using is crucial in having a really good eyebrow. I just think it's very important to make sure that you're using something good. I'm not saying that Anastasia or any other high-end product have the best. If you find any good drugstore like eyebrow product, then go ahead and use that. And because I am using Anastasia's Dip Brow Pomade for my eyebrows, I'm using Anastasia's Beverly Hill Eyebrow. This is like a dual eyebrow brush right here. It has a spoolie on the end and then an angled brush on this end, and I can't say this enough, but I love Anastasia's eyebrow products, especially the brush. If you really want a very good eyebrow, I highly recommend investing in a very good brush like the Anastasia dual brush here. It is an amazing eyebrow brush. I can't compare anything else to it. I've tried other angle brushes, like just general angle brushes, and they just don't work. This one particularly I absolutely love because it's very slim, it's very precise. You get such a precise line when you're using this angle brush. Now if you're just using a regular angled brush, I recommend you get a spoolie as well. This one has the spoolie at the end, so it's a good thing for me. Now if you have trouble choosing what type of shade to use for your eyebrows, use a shade or two shades lighter than your hair color. I know my ends are lighter but my roots are dark, and I'm going to use medium brown because it will fit better with my hair color. Now before you start filling in your eyebrows, it's best to groom your eyebrow hair and just kind of brush it the direction you want it to kind of land. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my brush in the pomade and make sure it is nice and coated. And as you guys can see, I coated only the tips of the brush, not the entire thing. Now when I start, I like to start either on the bottom or the top of my eyebrows, and I like to start halfway. I don't like to necessarily start over here because it's going to be too dark. I like a more ombre effect on my eyebrows. So I'm going to start halfway, either top or bottom. So I know you guys saw what I did, but I'm just going to explain what I did. So I started from here and I did small strokes going to the end of my eyebrows, and then with the remaining product, which should only be a little, I went to the front and started doing small strokes over here as well. Now like I said, I like an ombre effect. I want this part to be faded and gets darker over here, and that technique, which I showed you guys earlier, is going to give us that effect. So I went back and dipped in some more, and I'm going to do the same thing on top. Start halfway and then go towards the end and then come back to the front. Now key thing here is when you're doing the front right here, you want to be very light with it. And then when you're over here, you could kind of put on more pressure. And with little product on my brush, I'm going to go to the front and just lightly stroke my eyebrows in the front right here. Because I have already made a guideline, I'm going to slowly start to move in and fill in my eyebrows. Okay, so I'm done filling in my eyebrows, and I'm going to take the spoolie and just slowly and lightly brush. I'm actually like smoothing out the color. Now this part is like crucial to my eyebrow routine. I need a spoolie every single time I do my eyebrows because it really helps with smoothing out the color of my eyebrows and making sure that this part is lighter than the ends right here. Now when I do my eyebrows and when I'm doing this part particularly, I like to actually go in a little bit more, like almost like a unibrow, and then I'll clean it up with like a concealer. Now when you're doing this, the front parts of your eyebrow will kind of fade away. Use the remaining product on your brush and just go back and make sure that there's a line right there. So I don't know if you guys can see, it's like there's a line of demarcation right here, and the spoolie would definitely help clear that up. So you could just go ahead and brush it lightly, okay? And then you can also take the end, the brush part, and just slowly blend everything in together. So basically the importance of the spoolie is to make sure there's no line of demarcation on your eyebrows. You know, you want a smooth surface, and the spoolie will help you with that. And I'm just gonna go back to the tip of my eyebrows and make this a little bit longer. Now my eyebrows, they're a little bit thick because that's how my natural eyebrow is. It's not extremely thick, I think, but it's still pretty thick. When you're concealing or when you're cleaning up, that's when I go in and I could either make myself a thin eyebrow or a thick eyebrow depending on my type of makeup and what I want to go for that day. Okay, you guys, so I want to show you guys what I mean when I say that I like to draw my eyebrows really close to each other, and this is exactly what I mean. It's like a pinky away from each other, and the reason why I do that is because it will help the effect of the ombre better, meaning that the closer you draw it, the better the ombre effect is going to be for your eyebrows. If you start your eyebrows closer to each other and you fade it out, it'll have a better fade rather than you start fading right here, because the eyebrows will be too short. I like a really long eyebrow, you know, kind of smooth them out closer together, and then, because you know it's not going to be this close once I finish, you know, it's going to be a little bit far back, but this will help the ombre effect. So now I'm done with filling my eyebrows, and the next thing to do is to clean. And when you're cleaning your eyebrows, you want a very nice high quality concealer. You don't want any concealer that is for natural looks. I would recommend using like the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I think that's what it's called. I don't have it, but I have something similar to that. That one will be really good to conceal your eyebrows with. You know, just use anything that is really good coverage. And for my eyebrows, I like to use the Big Cover Concealer Tip. I used to like this for under my eyes, but it is quite heavy, and I actually like to use it for my eyebrows. So I'm going to use this. Now for cleaning, I like to use a big flat brush like this. This is quite big for an eyebrow cleaning brush. I'll show you guys what people typically use. So these are some of the brush sizes that people would use to clean their eyebrows with. I like to use a really big brush because for some reason I have better control over it, and that's just me. Use whatever size you prefer. Now when I'm concealing my eyebrows, I don't like to use too much concealer because I don't like to have that white line around my eyebrows. So when I'm taking a concealer like this one, I like to just kind of brush off the remaining and then use what's left on the brush. And this is what I like to do. I like to make small dots around my eyebrows right here, because if I do a line basically tracing my eyebrow, that's gonna be too much concealer and you're gonna have that obvious white line around your eyebrows. And because this concealer is high coverage already, I don't need so much. Like, this is even already a lot for me. So with the brush, what I like to do is, for some reason I like to start halfway. So I'll take the brush and start brushing and cleaning my eyebrows. And for the bottom part right here, I just like to clean. If I'm trying to shape my eyebrow, I'll do that with the top part of my eyebrows. And with the remaining concealer, which is like really a teeny bit, I'm gonna start and clean the front part of my eyebrows. And I like to go with like a finger and just kind of brush out the concealer a little bit to blend it in. And this is a clean eyebrow. Now this is not a finished eyebrow for me. I like to go in with my brush and with little product on here from the previous dipping. I'm going to go in and just go back and make sure that my eyebrow is just clean and precise. Now if you have bald spots like me right here, go back and fill those parts in. So once I finish cleaning my eyebrows, I like to take the spoolie and then just kind of spread the remaining like pomade and make sure that it has a faded effect. Alright, so once I'm done with everything, I like to set my eyebrow hair in place with a clear gel, and I like to use e.l.f. This is an e.l.f. product. Now, I typically like to do my eyebrows before I do my eyeshadow, so like when I'm cleaning and concealing, it doesn't mess up my eyeshadow, but today, of course, it was an exception. Alright you guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed me showing you guys how to fill in your eyebrows. If you did enjoy it, then please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out ᴅ_black the official. I'll put his link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!